Hello! Today I'm going to show you how to do a whipped back stitch or a back stitch with a whip stitch. So you're learning two different stitches from this. To start, we just do a basic back stitch where you go in, come up a little ways away, so about the same length as the stitch you just did. Come up, come down. Come up about the same size stitch as you just did. Come back down in the hole where you came up before. So this is called a back stitch. This is a super versatile stitch that you can use for all kinds of things. You can use it for outlining, you can use it for lettering. It's really useful. So you do that. And then you have two options. You have two options. You can either tie a knot on the bottom so that you don't come up through that last hole and lose that last stitch. So you could tie a knot, tie it off, and have like a fresh thread. Or and what you would do is you would come up in this last hole if you did that. Or what you could do is you could come up slightly away, like one little strand of fabric thread away, so you don't lose that last stitch, but you also don't have to go through the hassle of tying off and restarting. So that last one was all the back stitch, and now we're going to do what's called the whip stitch. So you simply pull it up and you go under that stitch. You don't go through the fabric again, you just go under the previous stitch, go under the next stitch. Pull it tight if it starts getting a little loose and wonky. You go under the next stitch. Do this a couple more times. And make sure you're going under it so that the thread doesn't get caught in a loop. You don't want it to create a knot, so you always want to make sure it's over there. Push through. And then you just go down that same hole that you made there and you tie it off. So you can see how it gets rid of all of the little holes and gaps and kind of thickens it up and gives it a nice little twisting texture. So that's your whipped back stitch or back stitch with a whip stitch. So two different stitches there, goes by different names depending on the technique or the person using them. I hope that's helpful. I find this to be one of my most useful stitches. I use it all the time. I have entire patterns that are done using only this stitch. So yeah, I hope that was helpful. Have a good one. Thanks.